Drive. They've got energy, they got knowledge and technology.
The team that developed oils for the space shuttle, the team that keeps this car in the race, is the Mobil team that brings you Superdrop, the oil that's friction modified for 20,000 kilometers.
They're your Mobil team. They're your Mobil team.
On Seven's Big League, let's check the results of some of the other matches played today. And first of all, Melbourne starting the season on a good note and kicking just like Geelong very, very accurately. 20 goals, 8, 128. Defeating the Lions 14-18, 102 for Melbourne. Cordner got 7 goals and Wilson 6. And Bernie Quinlan likewise got 6 goals for Fitzroy. And the Sydney Swans today kicking the sweep, a mammoth 26 goals, 20, 176. Defeating St Kilda, annihilating St Kilda, 8 goals, 18, 66 for the Swans. Evans 9 and Hawke 3, and McAdam got 3 goals for St Kilda. Last night, of course, we had the memorable game under lights at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Collingwood, after a very even first term, coming away in the final stages of the match to score 21-15, 141 to North Melbourne 15-13, 103 points. Army Reserve Cup match tomorrow at the Lake Oval. You'll see the action live and exclusive to 7 straight after World of Sport. And it sees Essendon take on Richmond. Admission is absolutely free down there. It's going to be a very warm day, so ideal conditions for football at the Lake Oval. Hope you can join us straight after World of Sport. All the latest, the Footy Stop Press. Let's go up to the sporting editor now of the Sunday Press as we say a very good evening once again to Scotty Palmer.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome back to the Sunday Press, and boy, is football back in favour. Dual Brownlow medalist Peter Moore was reported on a striking charge today. For the first time in his career, 2 umpires saw him tangle with Bernie Harris, and they didn't like what they saw. Moore said from his bath inside the MCG rooms tonight, "I'm a big man, he's a little man. It was just a collision." Teammate Peter Giles and Lion Harris were also booked at the MCG. Barassi said it's nice to be able to laugh after the game for a time. All of Melbourne stood up today and were counted. Unlucky Frank Regolo, however, has broken his arm again, and it's the same one that kept him out for so long last year. Robbie Walls was disappointed naturally about the way the Lions contested in the packs today and about their lack of care. St Kilda's coach Graham Jelly complained tonight that his side lacked leadership in the debacle against the Swans, but Trevor Barker could not be blamed. Trevor has suffered a spiral fracture to his right fibula and is now looking at 12 weeks on the sidelines. He said tonight that he heard the thing crack when some players landed on top of him. A tragedy for a bloke who has suffered so much. Graham Jelly has called a special meeting at Moorabbin tomorrow to get to the bottom of that debacle today. Swans coach John Northey was ecstatic and said the team was now backing each other up to the man. Do that and it pays off, he said. 2 players were reported down there. Warwick Kappa of the Swans, who was allegedly struck Alpingston, and Alan Sidebottom for unduly rough play. He's alleged to have tossed McGasey into a goalpost. Hawthorn is in strife. Today's loss was their 3rd in a row, and Paul Considine will remember his debut. He's in Prince Henry's tonight with a suspected dislocated shoulder and concussion. His teammate Richard Loveridge also is in the wars. He suffered a suspected fractured jaw in the reserves. Alan Jeans also has Ken Judge with a hamstring injury. Jeans said that the story of the match was at the centre bounce. Geelong got it clear 22 times, Hawthorn 9. We had more kicks and more shots, but we still lost the game, said Jeansy. Tom Hapey said it was the Cats' best win at VFL Park since he's been coach. We are playing more direct football, none of that sort of merry-go-round stuff. The Cats will all visit the Allendale Hospital in Hawthorn tonight to visit their captain, Michael Turner, who's just recovering from a knee operation. Best of luck, Mick. Merv Nagel of Essendon was booked for allegedly using his forearm on Jeff Manton of Richmond today. Former coach Kevin Sheedy, however, was all smiles and for once singled out one player for an honourable mention. He said Paul van der Haar's game today was commendable. Richmond's Paul Sproul said the Tigers' effort was full of merit. Their endeavour could not be faulted, and many match winners of the Tigers were down today, he said, and he mentioned blokes like Rioli and Waitman. Sheedy warned after the match, he said, don't underestimate the Tigers. Bad news for Carlton in more ways than one tonight. Full forward Warren Ralph has a knee injury and Frank Marcazzani a compound dislocation of the finger. But are those dogs barking? The West Australian pair Hardy and Daniels played well, and Simon Beasley shot 9 goals, all on Bruce Dool. Coach Mickey Malthouse said he was thrilled tonight, and he declared the Bulldogs could play much better than that today. David Parkin just looked at the marking figures. 105 to the Bulldogs, 66 to Carlton, and he knows he's got a big problem on his hands this year. Back to you, Peter.
Thanks, Scotty. Plenty of news, some good, some bad. And of course, the Swans win today and Collingwood's win last night. It means we have a very interesting match coming up next Tuesday night in the Foster's Cup. The Sydney Swans take on the Magpies, and you'll see that at 8:30 next Tuesday night, exclusive to 7 Sport. More of 7's Big League coming up in just a moment.
Footscray give Carlton the blues. Coming up next on 7's Big League.
Most people call it paradise. I just call it home. Diamond head, Waikiki, big brown eyes and water so blue. Fresh fish caught from the sea. My Honolulu, this island is mine. I'm Honolulu through and through, but my kind of beer just isn't made here.
Foster's Lager.